Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Yesterday, October 23rd, was the 32-year anniversary of the Beirut Barracks bombing. Let's quickly read about this together, and then I will show you how this was manufactured propaganda by the numbers. If you're new here, I teach about gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, and how gematria has been used against us all throughout history and is used against us on a daily basis. Anyhow, the Beirut Barracks bombing of October 23, 1983 in Beirut, Lebanon occurred during the Lebanese Civil War when two truck bombs struck separate buildings housing United States and French military forces, members of the multinational force in Lebanon, killing 299 American and French servicemen. An obscure group calling itself Islamic Jihad claimed responsibility for the bombings. Remember that word jihad. The chain of command likely ran from Tehran to Iran's ambassador to Syria, Ali Akbar Madatishimpour, in Damascus to IRGC commander Hossein Dagon in Beirut as the Iranians drew on assets in Lebanon. Hezbollah, Iran, and Syria have continued to deny any involvement in any of the bombings, even though in 2004 the Iranian government erected a monument in Tehran to commemorate the 1983 bombings and its martyrs. So, Truth Seeker, notice the countries named. Those are still the countries that have much propaganda waged against them by the West. And what happened here on this day, if anybody really died, is the Western governments bombed their own people so that they could blame it on someone else, as they have done many times before. And the proof is in the numbers. Notice right away the coordinates of this. On the 33rd parallel east, so often we find the number 33 in hoaxes. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a hoax. We also find this number in false flags. This attack happened on October 23rd. 10 plus 23 is 33, plus 83 more is 116, the number 911 upside down. That time of 622 also really stands out. It shows up a lot in terrorism and tragedy. Notice that the word propaganda has gematria of 93. Beirut Barracks bombing also sums to 93. Jihad, the word, in Jewish gematria sums to 622, just like the time the bombing supposedly happened at. And jihad means a war or struggle against non-believers, and this comes from the perspective of the Islamic faith. But this is very much an American word, and a word taught to Americans for the purpose of propaganda. There is a book called The Final Jihad, written by the brother of the governor of Oklahoma during the time of the Oklahoma City bombing. The governor of that state, his brother, wrote a book called The Final Jihad, and in that book, the main character is Tom McVeigh, and he blows up the Oklahoma City building. Very similar to Tim McVeigh, who reportedly did that in our mainstream news. And that book was written before any of that happened. In that same book, planes are flown into the World Trade Center buildings. Again, if you're new here, Al-Qaeda sums to 102 in Jewish gematria. The 9/11 attacks are said to have lasted 102 minutes. This is propaganda by the numbers to fulfill an agenda. And that agenda is turning white European Christians against Muslims over lies. And it's very transparent, and everyone needs to wake up to it. It has been done very arrogantly by the Masons, by the Zionists, over history, by the numbers. And if you learn this language of gematria and you learn to understand numerology, you can see who's responsible and how they've done it again and again. I was 3 months old and 2 days when this happened. It needs to end, Truth Seeker. The propaganda must end. Until next time.